What is going on, my Masketeers? Welcome back to the Masquerade. And today we are going to be talking about Moon Knight, episodes 4 to 6. Now, I'm not going to do like a full review of the episodes. I'm literally just going to tell you my thoughts and my opinions and how I felt about the show as a whole, right? So, with episode 4, the one thing which I will say is I feel like the show really found its footing from episode 4 onwards. I feel for a show that's based on 6 episodes, we really don't have that much time to be doing a whole bunch of, as I would refer to it, filler episodes. And to be honest, that's how I felt episodes 1 to 3 were. They weren't bad, mind you, but I did feel like episodes 1 to 3 was a lot of wasted potential. Certain aspects they did there was good. Other aspects I thought, with how limiting the show is, they could have definitely focused on other parts of it. But that's neither here nor there. In regards to episodes 4 to 6, I really enjoyed them. They weren't perfect. Some parts kind of felt a little bit over, I would say some parts felt a little bit underwhelming, and then other parts to me didn't really make sense, especially in regards to the ending of the season. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's talk about how the episodes played out. Episode 4, I would say, was basically one which again is setting up the pieces for it, because with how episode 3 ended with Kansu getting imprisoned for changing the night sky to reflect the stars, how they looked way back when they sealed Armanet, so that Mark, Steven, and Layla can basically find her tomb by reading the stars. The show picks up with obviously Mark not having access to the suit, not having any of his powers now, and him and Layla having to go in but try to be tactical, try to be smart. Now, that whole episode, which is episode 4, I thought was okay. You know, they did reveal a few truths, and some parts did come up that were essentially the reason why Mark and Layla even got together in the first place. And one thing which I will say, thank God they didn't do like the standard trope of where we just have to quote unquote create fake drama just because we need a part where, Layla and Mark aren't seeing eye to eye. It was a genuine issue. Now, was the timing of it perfect? No. We can have this domestic discussion when we get out of this tomb and we're not being hunted by mercenaries and about to get shot in the face. But I definitely understand where her emotion was coming from, especially because of how the information was given to her and how it was revealed and even how the scene was crafted. So for that, I'll commend them. But yeah, she could have put a lid on that and waited until they got out of harm's way. And the way episode 4 ends is very interesting because, without giving too much away and no spoilers, there is a scene with the end of episode 4 where Mark and Steven are trying to make an escape from their inner mind, essentially, and they get through a door, and there is literally an 8 to 9 foot tall hippo with dreads or braids, one of them. And I was just thinking to myself, what the hell is going on here? And then she speaks, and the voice that comes out, it was not what I expected. But yeah, it was. I'll definitely say that was a good, interesting little twist. And so 5, essentially, episode 5, we go more into where Mark and Stephen are, and this is where we basically see the past and how certain events shaped the creation of the psyches. And to me, I thought that was a good episode. I thought it was really good for them to kind of dive a little bit deeper into their past and to find out how what they remember about their life isn't exactly how it was. The one thing which I will say is I do feel that there was a missed opportunity to dive a little bit deeper in terms of childhood abuse, especially in regards to having either an absent parent or having a parent dealing with grief, because something happens in Mark's past that essentially changes how his mother views him and their interactions, which I felt definitely that was a missed opportunity for them to go a little bit deeper and really tackle some of that, pain and issue. But again, I get it. This is meant to be a Disney show. You're saying Marvel's Netflix situation with Daredevil and Punisher, where you go deep and dark. This has to, toe the fence. And I can see where it kind of works against it in this situation. But for what they were allowed to do, I thought they did a pretty decent job with it. And so within that whole episode as well, they have to basically balance their scales before they get to Osiris's gate, or, the Field of Reeds, where it's meant to be heaven in Egyptian mythology. And I do like the interaction between Stephen and Mark and what they came to understand about one another. Now, the way that episode ended, it was kind of crazy. But again, I'll probably say out of the three, this one to me was the best in terms of understanding the character, and the characterization was amazing. Now we go to episode 6, the finale, final episode, where essentially they have Aminet's statue. They take her back to the temple of the Egyptian gods to essentially free her. And this goes back to my earlier issue with the Egyptian gods. Because for some reason, when Khonshu and Mark tried to tell them that Ethan Hawke wants to release Aminet, they were just moving so nonchalant, and their interrogation was so trash. They didn't ask no pressing questions. They didn't get deep into anything. It was literally just his word against theirs. Mark says he wants to release Aminet. Ethan Hawke says I don't. And they just went, okay, cool, that's fine. You can go now. So it led me to believe that, maybe they were in on it. Like they actually want Aminet to be released. Nope. They were just shit gods. That's all it is. They are so incompetent and out of touch. Because when Ethan Hawke brings Aminet and his followers into the temple to release her, the guardians or the avatars of the other 7 gods turn up to try and stop him. They don't do anything. They get one-shotted. Every single one of them gets one-shotted. And I was just thinking to myself, you guys are trash. No wonder nobody remembers that you were like the original gods and you guys used to run the whole freaking universe. But it is what it is. They trash. End of. Just end of. And episode 6, right, is where I'll definitely say Moon Knight was Moon Knighting. This is probably the best episode in terms of just general action. Because when Moon Knight is back on the scene, he is amazing. Let me even say this. Moon Knight was out Batmaning Batman. Moon Knight was a better Batman in action than anything I've seen after and Snyder's version of Batman. Moon Knight was really out here, really doing what he had to do. And that cape was flapping in the wind, baby. Everything moon shaped or moon related, that cape was involved all the way. And it was really good. I was here for it 100%. Now, we do basically get another, tad bit of reveal, because something happens in the episode, which a lot of people hinted at, in terms of Mark potentially having another personality. But how they do the reveal, again, very interesting. No spoilers, but go watch it. And while all this is happening, there is like Aminet versus Khonshu, and like they're having like a massive kaiju level battle in Egypt. Just punching and kicking. And yeah, like it was very interesting to see the two different fight scenes happening. Layla got possessed by the hippo goddess. I do not know her name. I will not even try. But she was moving like an Egyptian falcon. But she had a couple of blades, and she had the golden wings, which I thought was kind of cool. But like I said, because it was very reminiscent of Falcon, I don't know, it kind of felt a little bit like a copy and paste, you know? Like, don't steal my homework, and you'd be like, I got you, bro. Nah. She copied and pasted that whole situation. But she got knives, so I guess she gets some credit for something new. And yeah, in the end, they win. They come to a new arrangement, Mark and Steven. But that's the one thing which I definitely would say about the show. I felt like this season ended very abruptly. Like the way it ends, you don't really get any real resolution. It just kind of ends, and there's a few loose threads to me that weren't tied up. But I guess that can be explored in season 2. And the big reveal, because as Marvel does, at the end of anything, they give you like the credits that roll at the end. I cannot lie to you, they kind of dropped the ball. The only reason why I say that is because the reveal that they gave kind of goes against what happened in episode 5. And so for me, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a little bit of a weird situation, but it is what it is. And like I said, because this is essentially a show, there's not going to be no movie, it's only going to be a show. They can definitely kind of explore those themes in season 2. And yeah, like see where it goes from there. But overall, I would definitely say that for episodes 4 to 6, I will give it. I'll give it 8. I'll give it 8 out of 10, especially for a show. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Now, the season as a whole, from 1 to 6, I'm gonna have to drop that bad boy a little bit. I'm gonna give the whole season a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Certain parts worked for me, other parts didn't. But overall, again, as a new show or as a new property that people are not really aware of, I feel it did a decent enough job of adapting certain elements from the comics and then moving it onto the show. My only issue is, I said this before, representation matters. I can't lie, I was not feeling the fact that a lot of these Egyptian gods, their voice actors, were not either Egyptians themselves or people of color. I can't lie about that. Because the hippo goddess sounded like a British woman. Aminette I believe her voice actress is Romanian. So yeah, like there was just like a lot of, just like I just feel when it came to representation aspect, I don't really feel like they did like the best job possible. I feel they kind of dropped the ball on that. I would have liked more people of color to be in Moon Knight and also to be the voice actors of these Egyptian gods instead of getting British people and Romanian people to voice them. I just thought, including the avatars. But apart from that, yeah, I thought it was a good show, decent beginning, definitely enough to build upon. But yeah, those are my thoughts and my opinions. Please go off in the comment section and tell me what you thought of the season if you watched it. And if you haven't watched it, why not? Again, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.